So we have a VPC and there is two subnet within the VPC and internal gateway attached, root table created. VPC name is Apple. Okay. So this is fine. Now our next step is to deploy our resources. Okay, the final resources. In our case, our final resources is EC2. Coming to AWS, virtual machines names called EC2. Okay, EC2 is actually a virtual machines or virtual servers. So now we are going to configure EC2 from scratch and deploy it to this public subnet. Okay, VM. Then we will take a remote connection from our local machine to this is our local machine. Okay, for example, my laptop like that. So here we need to take a remote login connection to this cloud hosted virtual machine. Then we will work accordingly. Okay. So we can jump into AWS. Pooja, you take AWS account, right?
I took what, sir?
AWS account.
Yes.
Okay. Everything seems fine, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So this is our dashboard. So here we can type EC2 for creating virtual machines. Okay. EC2. So this is the EC2 dashboard. So here we can see so many other related things in left side. So in our case, we can go to instances. Okay. So instances means the instances of virtual machines. In our case, there is no instances are running. So that's why it seems like 0. So click on that. And this is the actual landing page where we can see our running instances or stopped instances. So we can launch one instances from scratch. So click on that. So coming to instance creation, we need to provide some details. Okay, for example, the virtual machine's name and tag. So here we can give some name. Okay, like server. Then now we are going to create a machine. Okay, a server. So we need to provide the which operating system that we need to use for our for this machine. Okay, so here we can see some flavor of virtual machine, sorry, operating system. Amazon Linux. This is a Linux kernel that taken by AWS and they will customize. So it's purely a Linux operating system, but this is customized by Amazon. Okay, that's why they called Amazon Linux. Then Mac OS there, then Ubuntu is another operating system. Then Windows, Red Hat, SUSE Linux, Debian. So there are a lot of operating systems are there. Okay. So for example, we have an operating system image. Okay. So we can upload that image to this to our account. Okay. This AWS account, and we can use that image as well. So in this case, we can go with the Amazon Linux. Okay. This is image version actually. This is the latest one, Amazon Linux 2023 AMI. Then architecture is, we can go with the default one. Then coming to instance type, okay. There are lot of instance types are there. So, uh, this is T2 micro. T2 micro means that is a free tier eligible tier, okay, actually. So, when we choosing the instance type T2 micro, we will get one virtual CPU. That means one core of CPU we will get and 1 GB RAM. Okay, this is a very minimal machines. So as per the requirement, we need to choose corresponding machine. Okay, so when we running this machine per hour, this much cents they will charge like 0.0000111 USD per hour. So and one more thing we need to look here like this. Uh, they will, segregate or they will grouping some missions uh, using a tag like family. Okay. So this mission, this T2 micro is in a family called T2. Got it. So whenever we facing interviews, they will ask, what are the instance family you will work like that. Okay. Or explain the families in AWS machine families. So this T2 micro comes under the family T2. So when we drop down, we can see again one nano machines there. See T2 nano. That is very minimal. Only 500 MB of RAM we will get. Okay, if we choose. Then micro. Both are in T2 family. See, family is equal to T2. Then T2 small. We will get 2 GB RAM. T2 medium. Coming to T2 medium, these are not free tier. Okay, only free tier T2 micro. Then T2 small. So you can see when the machine name changes, so the resources also changing, right? So T2 small, we will get 2 GB RAM. T2 medium, coming to T2 medium, the CPU core is coming to 2, okay, 2 core CPU there, and 4 GB RAM here. And you can see the price variance when we are running the T2 medium per hour. This much USD we need to pay per hour. So again, T2 large. These all the T2 machines like T2 nano, T2 micro, T2 large, all under the T2 family. Okay. Again, T2 large is like 2 GB RAM and 8 GB, 2 virtual CPU and 8 GB RAM. Then T2 X large, that is comes with the 4 virtual CPU and 16 GB RAM. And you can see the price tag as well. Okay, these are the family of T2. Okay, now we are jumping to T3 nano. Yeah, that is T3 family. Okay, so there are now we learn two family T2 and T3.
Sir, sorry for interrupt you. In free tier eligible, can we take kernel version also
Tunnel version.
for launching? Yeah, for launching instance.
Okay.
Uh,
For
what is
launching
the,
instance,
yeah, for
I didn't
launching
get you.
instance, what is the difference between all these things and kernel version thing?
Kernel version, right?
Yes, sir.
Kernel version means I'm a Linux kernel.
Okay.
And coming to choosing machine, as per the requirement, we can choose corresponding machine because first we need to learn the scenario, which application that we are going to deploy, or is that application as any database or like that. As per the requirement, we can choose corresponding machine. Got it. So coming to T3, we can see here a lot of machines there. So as per the recommend, we can choose corresponding machine. Okay. In coming to real world scenario. So see, now we are coming to C family. So the machine name is C5 large. So this is comes under the family C5. So this is I mean uh, for this machine we will get more resources. C5A 8x large. See, 32 GB core we will get, okay, when we choosing this machine, and 64 GB RAM. Running a per hour, it will charge 1.35 cents US dollar. So as per the requirement, we can choose corresponding machine. So again, these are the families. Okay, just go through the family C6. I okay. Then we can leave. We can go with our free tier version. This free tier version means when we taking the free tier account, okay, so they will offer 850 hours of compute running we will get, okay. That means we can run 850 hours. So if we choose free tier, so they won't charge anything, okay. That's why after the 850 hours, they will charge. Now we selected a operating system for our machine. Then what? Then we will choose the machine requirement. Okay, I needed one virtual CPU and one RAM for my machine. So that's all. That's all the things we selected. Now we need to create a key pair. Key pair is actually it's an encrypted key. Okay, it's a file actually. So why we use the key pair? For example, we need to log in this machine from remotely, right? So this is the machine. Consider we deployed that machine. Okay, this is a virtual machine. VM. So the uses. Okay, this isn't purely AWS account, right? AWS cloud. That machine running in AWS cloud, and the region. I think this is North Virginia, US. So I am from India, right? Oh, I'm from India. So how after deploying this machine, how I access my machine remotely using my laptop, right? Using my laptop, I can use any client for connecting this machine. So The machines have ports, okay? What is ports or port number? Any idea? Port number is a logical number, okay, actually. For example, there are 65,536 logical ports in our every computer or laptop server, okay, even our phone as well. So for each services, okay, as for the service, that service used some ports, okay, within 0 to 6,536. For example, some common port numbers are okay. So when we use SSH connection, okay, SSH, secure shell connection. So when we use SSH, this is a protocol actually, okay, this is a protocol. And this protocol we use for remote connection. So this is my local laptop. So I deployed a virtual machine in AWS Cloud. So after that, I need to log into this machine. Okay. So two things we need to two things the required two things are there. Okay. So that is one is public IP of that machine, a machine for this virtual machine. So we need the public IP of this machine and the PEM key. Okay. So these two things we need in this local machine. Okay. The key pair, I mean the PEM key will be in this machine, then the public IP. Then we can use any client software for accessing via SSH. Okay. One of the like application is Putty. Then we can use our command line or PowerShell. Any application we can use for using SSH connection for logging our remote machine. So when connecting using Putty, okay, consider we are using Putty. So we need to provide the PEM key to the Putty, PEM, and the IP we need to provide. So when we hit enter, this machine or the Putty will take a authentication to the remote server. So everything is fine. I mean the Putty and sorry, the PEM key is everything this machine verify. Okay. After everything is clear, we will get a connection between this machine to the our local machine. So we can work within our local machine and accessing this machine and work on that. So coming to SSH, we need to use one port number. Okay, that port number is 22. So ensure that coming to this machine, the port number 22 is enabled or sorry opened. Otherwise, we can't take remote connection because that port number is closed. If closed, the connection will be failed. So first we need to open the port number 2022. Got it. So the connection only go through port number 22. Then we can log into that virtual machine. So similar application or similar services or protocol use different port number, okay, within 0 to 65,536. For example, we need to deploy a web application. So deploy web application using protocol HTTP or HTTPS. This first one is secure and not secure, and this is secured one. Okay. So for a HTTP, the port number is 80. These are the default port number. Okay. And HTTP, that servers and machines using port number 443. Okay, so now we are going to create the machine. Okay, so here you can see key pair. So how to create a key pair from scratch? Just click on key pair, and here we need to provide the key pair name. And this here you can see two types encryption. Okay, RSA and DD 25519. So we can go with the RSA. Then private key format. Then use the PEM format. Okay, for using OpenSSH. Then click create. So it will create a key pair file. So we can download the file. I think it automatically download to our local machine. So I'm not creating one because I already created some key pair in my account. So when drop down, you can see these are the key pair I created and already downloaded in my local machine. So I'm using one of the latest key pair, that is ES new. I will show how to create one. Okay, no problem. My key. And click create. So this is download. See, download. So we can drop down and choose that one. See, it's already listed here. Okay. Then coming to the network settings here, we need to choose. Okay. So we already created a VPC and all the things. So in this, coming to the mission creation, coming to the settings, okay, network settings, we need to specify our VPC. If we have the requirement, okay, we need to specify the VPC and the subnet as well, which subnet that missions belongs, okay. So here you can see, coming to network settings, go to edit. So here we need to choose the VPC, drop down, see Apple, click on that. So now this machines belongs to the VPC Apple. So again, we need to specify the which subnet, okay? Because coming to Apple, there is two subnet are there. So it will also listing here, okay? Public subnet and private subnet. So I'm choosing public subnet Apple. That's fine. Now auto assign public IP. This means whenever we creating this machine, the AWS will automatically assign a public IP to this machine, okay? So by default, it's disabled. We need to enable this one because without a public IP, we can't take remote connection, right? So I'm going to enable that. Then security group. So security group is similar like a firewall, okay? Firewall in front of, we set up the firewall in front of the virtual machine, okay? So here, we will provide the port number, okay? We will enable closing ports and opening ports under security groups. So in this case, create a security group. We can give some name for any name we can give on, okay? Because coming to production environment, there are a lot of security groups are there. So we can specify which services or anything like that. For example, we are going to deploy this machine for only for web application. Sorry, let's web application deployment. So we can specify that web application like that. So we can easily know that for a web application, there will be only one port we need to open, one or two like that, 80. Okay. And this is a description for this. You can choose the same here. Now I'm leave it as same, okay. So coming to inbound, okay, this is a part of security group, okay. So coming to security group inbound, we need to open the ports, okay, the required ports. So by default, it will open the port number SSH, okay, 22 for remote connection. If we need to open any other ports, here we can add security group rule and open other ports as well. Otherwise, we can go to launch this machine. Then after sometimes, if we need any other requirement, we can go to the security group of this specified machine, and we can again open ports there. Okay, no problem. Anyway, now we are just to go with the 22. And the last part is configure storage. Okay, this is actually a hard disk for or the storage part of our server. So in this case, only 8 GB we need to attaching to the machine. If we need more, then we can here add like 50 GB or 500 GB like that. I'm going with the default one 8. That's fine. Then we can click launch instance. So within seconds, we can see the machine is up and ready in our dashboard. So now it's succeeded. Everything is fine. Then go to instance again. See the server is show here. So here the instance ID is there. This is unique one. Then the instance state still it's pending. It will take a couple of minutes, I think. Then we can see the mission details here. Okay, the mission type, status check, alarm, where the mission is located, even the public IP, and everything we can see. Keep air. See the machine state is running. So everything is fine.
Yes, sir. How many days it will be? We can use free access, and after how many days the AWS will generate a bill for an instance?
Monthly they will generate bill. If we exceed our free quota, okay. So
Okay, sir.
the free quota for the virtual machines, okay, like running free tier virtual machine is 850 hours.
Okay. Once I launched an instance and I forgot to terminate, sir. Then AWS will charge for that instance up to some dollars.
I think they will charge after 850 hours.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Be careful to remember to delete your instances.
Right.
You get a big bridge bill. You don't want that.
Because whenever we tried some lab, okay, after the lab, we need to terminate all the resources that we created. Otherwise, it will charge.
Okay, sir.
Sir, it works on monthly basis, like every month you will get 850 hours, or it's one time thing?
Amol, it's monthly or yearly. I think it's
8 hours, 850 hours.
I
per
think it's
account.
monthly, right?
I need to check that. I have some confusion. Okay, it's not annual actually. See,
It's a 750 hours monthly. Every month you will
750.
get. Okay. Okay.
Only free tier. Okay, so not any other family or specification. This is only
So
valid.
can we offer this to the customer also? I mean,
Customer means
so this is like for us, like because we have been registered for a free account, or like, can we offer this kind of service to the customer also in a real?
yes.
Okay.
But they didn't use free tier machines because free tier is only for the learning purpose. Because the machines have small resources, like only one processor CPU and
Okay.
1 GB RAM. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Got it, sir.
Even for practicing for Kubernetes and Docker sometimes will not work. We have to go for paid one. The T2 or T3 something we have to go.
Yes, yes.
Sir, daily we need to launch an instance, or we can use one instance for any other Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes, etc.
Yes.
Single one only we can use, or need to
More,
launch instances more?
when coming to lab, we can choose a bigger machine to install everything. For example, SonarCube, Jenkins, Trivy, all the application we can install in a single machine. But
Okay,
ensure
sir.
that the machine have much resources.
Okay, sir.
So coming to the mission dashboard here, when we selecting mission, okay, or else here we can see mission status check, okay. So the status check is 2x2 checked pass. See, so what is the 2x2 check? Anyone? 2x2 check. 2x2.
Public and private IP is validated.
This is a kind of validation actually.
Yeah.
So what kind of validation? Any idea? This mission, actually, this virtual machine belongs to some real environment, and there is some real physical things are there, right? For example, networking for the machine, network, power, and the physical condition of this machine. So coming to the 2x2 check, first two, I mean, one of the thing is these things, okay, like network, power. I mean, the real data center, okay, real data center, that machine's status actually. This is a checking by some software. So the machine's networking connection is success, physical, I mean, power supply, everything is fine. So that is comes under the check one, okay. Check two is the operating system level, okay, like coming to a mission inside operating system, everything is running fine and successful. That's why we will get 2x2 check. For example, in this case, a network bandwidth or any other issues are when creating and other issues are faced, then we will get a 1x2 or check like that. So we need to thorough checking or restarting machine, similar like that. Got it. One is the physical condition of the machine, like the network, power cable, and everything. That will check. Second thing is the virtual machine software checking. Okay, the software is installed properly and there is no issues like that. That is 2x2 check. So the machine is up and running. So here we can see under the server, I mean, that machine's details, we can see here the details, the IPs, the public IP. See, this is a public IP, the Amazon given to us to access this machine, and the private IP. Okay, see the private IP. This is comes under this IP. Okay, private IP 10.0.0.170. So this IP randomly assigning to this machine. Okay, for internal communication. That means in our machine we have two IP. One is for internal connection, a local IP. See, this is a private IP and this is a public IP. So this will given by AWS. Okay. So yes, I will showcase. So here you can see we will get a IP like internal IP like 10.0.0.170 like that, right? This is IP for this machine because this machine under the public subnet. So which IP we will give to the public subnet? 110.0.0.0, right? For the private subnet, we will provide 10.0.0.170. 1.0. This is the IP for subnet, okay? And this is the IP for private IP we given to public subnet. So in between, only the last 0 will change, okay? For this public subnet scenario, because we use the net mask 24. Total 32, right? Yesterday, I think we covered that thing. So this is the first 8-bit, second bit, third bit, and fourth bit. 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus is 32. So only the last thing will change, okay? This 23 is our network, host network, and this is our host. So that 0, I mean, this is comes to start from 0 to 255. So in between, any IP we will get. In this case, you can see the 170 is we randomly assigned. So if we deploy one more machine, we will get another random IP in between 0 to 255. Not given that 170 because it's already allocated for the first machine. Got it? So the similar way we can hold up to 255 machines within this single subnet. Clear? Then how to connect to this machine? Okay, there are different way we can connect our machines. One is I told you
Sir,
like yes.
I have one question related to IP. For public IP, you mentioned in your paint screen like 10.0.1.0. But here,
Private IP.
if you see
Private IP.
on your paint screen,
Yes.
yeah, but can you please toggle to the paint screen? Yeah, so here on the private subnet, you mentioned 10.0.1.0, right? But if you go back
1.0.
on the AWS screen,
Yes, you continue.
yeah, right. But if you go back on your AWS screen,
Yes.
so here it is like different, right? It is 10.0.0. Then 170.
Yes. This is our which subnet? We are using subnet. Here we can see if coming to the networking, okay? So the VPC subnet C, public subnet Apple. This machine belongs to public subnet. So public subnet, we provide the IP address 10.0.0.0. For the private subnet, we provide 10.0.1.0.
But on
So
the AWS screen, it's different for the private one.
private means private IP, right? For that machine.
Yes, yes.
No. So the private machine, I will wait, give me a second.
So if you go back on your AWS screen, it is some big number.
Consider we have two subnet, okay? So subnet 1, okay. So this is our subnet, private subnet. Sorry, public subnet. Subnet public. And subnet private. So I am when I am creating this subnet, I provide subnet IP 10.0.0.0. Okay, that means 10.0.0.0/24. For private 10.0.1.0.24. Okay, so that's fine. Now I created a virtual machine under public subnet. So the machine is successfully launched here. This is my virtual machine. So that machine, this subnet actually, because the subnets hold 255 something IPs, this subnet can given inside resources, okay? So first machine will be our VM, okay? First resources. So the subnet assigning one IP, random IP, 10.0.0.170 to this first machine. So consider if we deploy another machine, okay? So they will assign another IPs like 10.0.0. Like 156, some similar like that. So actually this subnets hold like 1.0.0.1 to 10.0.0.254, I think. 254 machines we can hold this single subnet. The last IP would be 254. Got it. So randomly coming to our EC2 dashboard, you can see we got the IP.
So sir, here
170.
I'm saying like, yeah, so this is private is okay, but public it is 44.223.104.
That we didn't decide. This is actually private IPs. They will assign. I mean, in this case, Amazon will assign a public IP. Got it. If, for example, if I'm going to stop this machine, this will release and we will get another IP. So I will show you.
So this will
I'm
release.
go-
It's okay.
Yes, this will release. Now it's 44.223.104.96. Okay, I will stopping the machine. Whenever we stopping the machine, this IP will release and they will assign the IP to any other machines or resources.
Okay. So when we turn it on again, then it will give you the new one.
Yes, new one. This is not static IP. For example, if we need a static IP, there is an option in AWS that is called elastic IP. See, elastic IP. So we just go to there and create one elastic IP. That IP won't change, okay? So we take that IP permanently. So then we can use or attach that IP to our specified resources. In this case, we can attach to our virtual machine like that. Otherwise, we will get this random IPs only, okay? So now the machine is actually stopped, and I think this C here, there is no IP listed here. IPv4 vanished. But
Right.
this won't change, okay? 170. This is for an internal communication. And this
Then,
IP already
sir,
assigned.
okay, so then why did you mention under this private subnet 10.0.1.0? So why this thing is different here?
Yes, that I will explain. So that is called, we use subnets, right? Subnet, I told you, it's a range of IP. So coming to the first range of IP in the public subnet, we use 10.0.0.0, then /24, okay? This is the IP that we provide or we given to the public subnet, okay? So when we provide this 24, okay, that 20 net mask, this is net mask. So the net mask divide the network and host part within the IP, okay? So in this case, this is our network. 10.1.3, okay? I mean, first 3 will be our network part. This won't change. 10, 0, the next 0 and the next 0 won't change. Only the last things change because we already provide 24 is our network part, right? So similar way, this change, okay? This starting with the 0 and ending with the 254. That much IPs we will get, right? So now we created a public subnet within the VPC. So then again, we can't create within this IP ranges because it's already here. So what will we do? We need to choose another network. Another network means for the private one, this is our network 0, 0. This is a network. So coming to private, sorry, another subnet, okay, 10.0.1.0/24. So these won't change, right? Only changing the last bit, okay? So here you can see the difference. The first one is the network difference, okay? 10.0.0. This is the first network, and 10.0.2 is the next network, right? So for example, now we are going to create another subnet. What will be our network? 10.0.2.0. Got it. So this network goes to 10.0.255 or 254.0. So this much, I mean, in this case, we can create 255 subnets. Got it.
Okay. So if we
So
need
that,
more than this, then the 10.1
yes,
dot something will
one
start,
come
right?
to two, like for example, five subnet we need. So 10.0.5, that's our last network. Got it. 10.0.5.0/24. So we will get five subnet, and each subnet hold 250 IPs. That means we can hold 250 machines or resources.
Okay.
Then one more question, okay. This is one scenario. So like for example, we discussed like we need five subnet, and each subnets hold 250 machines, okay, 255 IPs. So that is not the requirement, okay. We need, I mean, not created this much subnet, but need to hold the same count of resources within one or two network. So what we will do, we need to change the network part here. Now it's 24, right? So we can go back to 22 or 23. So we can see that much IP we will get within the subnet. Got it?
Okay.
So if we provide 10.cd, 10. For the first two subnet, okay, 10.0.0./20, I think. 20, if you provide 20 for this subnet, then we can hold maybe like 6,000 or something IPs within the same single subnet. We can, I mean, we can include the resources within the subnet. Okay, now we already given 224, right? So if we choose 23, then see within a single subnet can hold 512 IPs. Got it? So we can't create more subnet. So as per the requirement, okay. So for example, we need to create 4 subnets. So it's a difficult thing. So how to hold I mean, 1K IPs within a single subnet, then we can change the like net mask to 22. So we will get 1000 IPs. So same way, if we choose 21, then we will get 2000 IP within a single subnet. So all the things we can configure as per the requirement, and got it. So now I am going to start my mission. Okay, you can see we will get some another random IPs, public IP. See, now it's 3.235.126 and 133. Got it. But the private one won't change because this is attached to our machine. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Sir, on a Friday evening, this class was a little bit heavy for me.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how other people, how much they grasped.
Me too.
Okay. Then we can quickly deploy, log into the machine, right? So choose the machine. We can connect different way, okay, like remote way using our local machine, or we can connect easy way. Just click connect. Then here we can see one connect option. So it will open a secure browser shell. So see, now it's opening another tab, and we can see our machine's terminal. See, now we are in our machine. So as a cloud engineer or a DevOps engineer, we work mostly in terminal. Okay, so we need to learn Linux as well. So coming section, we will jump into Linux.
So this is the networking part which we need to learn for being a DevOps.
Right.
Okay, and we can go further into the details of these topics. Independently.
Right. Which
Oh.
topics you mean?
Whatever you have discussed, like if you want to learn more about them, like in details, like in depth.
And that means coming to Linux administration, some Linux commands are there. Because
No,
yeah.
sir, I'm talking about the networking part. So that much networking we need just.
Yes. So when coming to coming section, we will learn more networking things. For
Oh,
example,
we still have to
Docker,
learn. Okay.
Kubernetes. Yes.
Okay.
So this is our machine. So this is actually a Linux version. Okay, Amazon Linux version. So now you can see we worked as login as a EC2 user. Okay, this is a user. So this user accessing this EC2 machine. Okay. So I think we have time, right, to quickly deploy some application or anything.
Sir, I can stay for next 15 minutes only.
Okay. Then we can wind up, right? I think.
Okay.
Yes.
And from Monday, we can start with the application deployment, then learning Linux like that. Okay.
Okay.
Because we need to learn some application before deploying application. We need to learn web servers and installing web server. Then after we need to use application sample codes and deploy it to corresponding directory. And we will expose, then we will access the application via browser.
So today, if I say like we have created the virtual machine like EC2, right?
Hmm.
And connected with the subnets and VPC.
Yes, we attach, we deploy this machine to our own VPC and subnet.
Okay.
The VPC subnet we created in a early class.
Yeah. Okay.
By default, there is a default VPC. When we're creating new account, there will be default things are there. Okay, like inner gateway there, default internal gateway, default VPC, default subnet, default route table, everything will be there. But the best practice, we need to create our own.
Right. So default we get only when we are in a learning mode, but when we are in a real time working for a client, we have to
Yes.
create everything right from a
Right.
scratch.
Right.
Okay. Okay, sir.
These BPC parts we will facing a lot of interviews. What is VPC? How to create VPC? Then some things, some scenario-based questions are there coming to VPC, like subnet, how to make subnet private, public, and how we accessing private machines like that. So that we will cover in coming section,
Okay.
like NAT
Sir,
gateway. That is part of
right.
networking. Yes.
Sir, in interview, do they ask like for doing like create in front of them, like, or
No,
just theoretical interview?
no. Yes,
It's gonna be
just
theoretical
verbally we can explain the things like how to create.
verbally. Okay, so
Yeah.
they're not gonna ask us to code or something, do something.
No. And this is actually a manual way of deployment. Okay, in number, after 10 section or in the coming section, we will deploy the same things via automation using Terraform. This creation of EPC, EC2, everything we will automate. So when coming to the automation section, we will deploy the entire infrastructure using infrastructure as a code. Okay, so we will write up the code and deploy the code to the AWS account, so that Terraform will create all the infrastructure.
And that's the actual real-time practice.
Right.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay, then we can wind up, right?
Sure, sir.
Okay, then
So,
bye
thank
all.
you.
Happy weekend.
Bye. Happy weekend.
Thanks, Anita.
Yeah.
Bye.
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 Sir, I had a doubt.
Yes, Nitish.
In this, is there we need to do any projects here? Which project we are going to do?
The project regarding?
Regarding to the each topic, is there any projects we have to do or not?
No.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I have one quick question here. Are we gonna do the AWS practitioner certification under this training?
Practitioner, I think I need to talk. Guruschools will provide, right?
Yeah, School, my HR, she told me like that's covered. So I'm just making double sure.
Certification covered or certification training covered? Which one?
I am under impression like it is a certification, AWS practitioner one, the initial one provided by the AWS. So are we gonna have do that that certification?
That I need to check with. I'm not sure about that.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. I will check and inform you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Hello,
Okay,
sir.
then.
So
Yes.
today I
Yes, sir,
have
that.
joined this. I was new
Yes,
to the
yes.
session. I have
Right.
joined today.
Actually, this is our fourth or fifth section. Okay, we just go through the basics. So I will
Okay.
share the recording section. When you have time, just go through the section. Okay. So Yashodhara, may I know your background?
I'm from
Like
non-IT
domain you worked
background
before.
and I have no experience in technical field.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So I will give the recording section. Okay, I send it to the team and I will forward it to in our group. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Then we can wind up or.
Oh, sorry. You have sent like something in the WhatsApp, like for day 45
In the
and
group, in the group. I think I hope you are in the group, right?
yes, I am.
Yes. So as of now, I didn't share any recording for the batch 2, batch 3. Okay. I think yesterday I shared some videos that is only for the batch 2 endings videos. So I will share
Okay.
the batch 2, batch
Oh,
3 videos. So you are non-IT, right?
yes, I'm non-IT.
In which stream?